rise and shine, you East Coast assholes. I swept my floor last night. It's just sunflower seeds. Anyway, I wake up every day and at least 250 things that I need to get done, and two or three things that I want to get done. Check this out. Would you believe that fucking police officer stood me up last night? I went to town. It was like, I don't know. Bicycles are fucking cool, dude. If you don't have a bicycle and you don't ever ride a bicycle, if you are not impressed by a bicycle's traveling capacity, it's because it's been too long since you rode a bicycle. But I go to town and run my errands and be back. I left here about, I told them it was like 6:40. I got back before 8:30. It was 8:31 after I got back to the house. Stood outside for 7 or 8 minutes, watched fucking police officers swarming into the area. I don't know what happened. There was no ambulances or fire trucks, but they had. Normally the police officers, they don't roll lights and siren. They don't roll code 3 all the way to the fucking scene. But when I got back, it was like 8:20. I guess somewhere between 8:20 and 8:30. But Officer Sparkly White, Mr. Mike Burleson. I thought his name was Burleson, like the Burlington Shoe Factory. Burlington. That's a common name. I thought his name was Burlington, but it's Worlington. He fucking stood me up. It's like he wants to come and get to know me. I'm like, yeah. Well, let me introduce you to this fucking missing piece of the stolen shotgun in your motherfucker's evidence room. He didn't want to get to know that part of me, but he stood me up. He fucking stood me up. Anyway, I fell asleep about 10:30. It's about 3:30, so it's about what? It's either 5:30 or 6:30ish on the. It was 3:30. I think it was 3:38 when I started recording this. Things I need to do. Things I need to do. Well, no, things I want to do. I really I know you're gonna call me a fucking stupid lying bitch, and if I didn't tell you that I was a fucking mad black woman, you'd call me a nigger bitch half the time anyway, because I cry so fucking much. But you fucking call me a bitch if I did not tell you that I feel like a woman to begin with. So skip that part. If I went and got a job, right, and made a minimum wage in this fucking glorified asshole town, dude, if I went and got a job and worked 2 6-hour shifts a fucking week, I don't think y'all would like my attitude. I really don't. I think that my attitude would suck. I think that, yeah. I mean, if I knew that I was going to be able to go to town and, fucking fry biscuits or, I don't know, bake pancakes or do whatever, fucking shovel shit, whatever, for 6 hours a day. If I was going to town and do something for a few hours every day, and I knew there's going to be $100 in my pocket every fucking week, I think it would be really obnoxious. I think it would be really fucking obnoxious. And, yeah, I would be like, you can't stop me. I'd be an obnoxious bitch if I had $100 a week in my pocket. And, I'd rather go do that than sell this shit I got in this bus. But I need to sell this goddamn HVAC thing. It's crowding up underneath my bed, and fuck it, if you own a dream team and you inherit this bus, you don't need no goddamn air conditioner anyway. But I've been saving it for you assholes. That'll be one of the last things I sell. But I have some old vintage bilinear amplifiers for CB radios. I got one Cobra 29, MWST, NT, something. I guess it's a sweet old Cobra 29. I got I have a Prime 100 bilinear amp, and I got I have two vintage amplifiers, and from what I've been reading, this one is probably better for like a ham operator. Anyway, I go to the truck stop. I got two setups. I have like four K40 antennas. Two of them are magnet mount. One of them is like a side mount to a roof. And one of them, I got one of them big giant spring coils. It's a K40 with a spring coil on top. So you got a spring underneath the K40, and on top of the K40 is another like 3/8 inch coil of wire. And I found my two whips, so I can go to the truck stop, which I'm going to, because I cleaned those two amps up. I opened them up, cleaned them out, blew them out, everything. Used a little wire brush and scraped the rust off the old screws, and I repainted the outside of the one. I don't know what it's called. This is the this is a Pride 100. That's what it is. That's bad as OAM. This is a little Cobra 29. I take that and one of them K40s, and here's my thing. Okay, so I worked on this one, and cause look, if I go to sales here, that's what pisses me off right here. Like, this is like take advantage of poor people's fucking castle town. So if you live wired harnesses. You know, if you live in a town where they got 10 crackheads, and you can buy anything from them for 50% of retail value. That's good. If you live in a town where they got 250 too many crackheads, then those crackheads can get 30 cents for retail dollar. It's like here in Flagstaff. When I went to sell this HVAC unit, I went to the pawn shop. This thing was like $1,100 on Amazon today. That dude said, "I give you $50 for it." I said, "I'll take this bitch and throw it in a dumpster before I fucking let you have it for $50." He's like, we try to take care of our customers who are buying things, and if I would buy this from you, I'd have to resell it for a really good price to my customer. And I'm like, man, look, boy, I said, my fucking stepmama used to own an antique store in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. I said, you could go blow that smoke up somebody else's ass. I said, whatever, but like the pawn shops here, if a crackhead goes to the store, they don't have crackheads in Flagstaff, but let's just say if a crackhead went to the store, pawn shop, with a fucking, a $10,000 gold coin, well, they would give him, $3,500 for it. They give him $3,000 for it. They are they are used to having so many poor people trying to get a penny for something that's worth a fucking dime all day, every day, that they just want to break it off in your ass. So anyway, I got my little wire set up. If alright, can't send a. If you don't use a military, got one fuse here, got a fuse here. If you play with electrical shit and you don't use marine grade shrink wrap, then you're just robbing yourself of some good shrink wrap, heat shrink wrap, because this shit's good. But anyway, I got them all wired up nice, all work. But yeah, I got these fixed up nice. So I'm gonna go to the truck stop. I'll be at the All-American Truck Stop in Flagstaff, Louisiana, trying to sell some CB radios and amplifier later on today. If you want to come get you some, I'd love a hug. Yeah, that's what I gotta do today. And this amplifier's got a bad fucking reputation. Hold on, let me make sure it's got a bad reputation for being awesome. Like $125 for parts. You could buy one to scrap for parts. It doesn't work for $125 on eBay. But I don't know if I'm gonna put a sign up. I'm gonna have a K40 antenna with a whip, CB radio with a mic and this amp. I'm gonna put $300 firm, and I'm gonna have. I got a bunch of different ratings I need to determine, but I have a fucking meter. I have a meter that I can determine what the dead mic, key mic, like the difference in between key and the mic and key and the mic talking, blah, blah, blah. I don't know all that vocabulary, but I'm going to put all the ratings on my sign because, they got lots of people riding around town and stop at the truck stop in Flagstaff who have $300 in their fucking coin jar. I mean, fuck, I used to have $300 in my goddamn piggy bank coin jar. I mean, I used to have way more than $300 in my little spare change cup. So I'm not going to go and try to sell this thing and let some dude tell me, oh, you probably stole that bitch or something. Because I cleaned this fucker up. I painted the outside of this amp. I took all the knobs off of the screws off this old Cobra 29. What is it? Hold on. It's a Cobra 29 WX NWST sound tracker. Anyway, the moral of the story is I was trying to think of something positive and not fucking say anything about things that piss me off and hurt my feelings and bother me that are fucked up and unnecessary in this world. But here's what I was thinking. Alright. First off, if you're going to get a free generator, you can get as many free generators as you want, as long as you call and tell them that the low idle switch is malfunctioning. And if you're worried about getting a bad reputation with the Jeff Bezos Corporation, go get a prepaid credit card and get an email address that you are not attached to, and sign up for an Amazon account with an email address that you don't love and can afford to sacrifice if you get reprimanded for sending sending shit back to Amazon that weighs the same amount as the shit that you get from Amazon. You can send dog shit, bird shit, earth shit, gravel shit, dirt, whatever. All you need is a prepaid credit card and a email address that you're willing to sacrifice. And if you get caught, or reason you'll get caught for sending dog shit back to Amazon's red eye scanner is if you don't put enough dog shit in the package. Like if you buy a pair of socks, let's say if you buy 3 items and they send it to you in one of those little super lightweight envelopes. Well, you don't have those super lightweight envelopes at your house. So 99 out of 100 times, if you send a package back to Amazon and you receive that item as partial contents in one of those little space-aged envelopes, well then the fucking package is going to weigh more when you send it back, because you're probably going to send it back in a cardboard box, and you're going to package it just right because you don't want it to get hurt before it hits the fucking scanner and goes on the return pallet and gets auctioned off and goes into Jeff Bezos' spare change account. The only thing that matters to him is his fucking spare change account. The stock market value is his spare change in his pocket is all that matters. You are obligated to take care of the man who had everything in place before COVID hit and you got put on lockdown. You're obligated to take care of that man's spare change account. So I'm thinking, I suck at math, but these wind generators, dude, these things are sweet. And it's the 5623. It's the 56235I, not 56235O. It's 56235I. And that little generator, right? So I bought, it's a long story about my generator issues. I gave away a fine Westinghouse generator that I didn't even want to look at because of who bought it for me. And I gave away a champion. I gave away the king and queen of the generator world. It was a Champion dual fuel. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It was, I think it was 2,850 watts, rated output. It wasn't, it's that fine bitch that you can't find anymore. They don't make anymore. Kind of like the original Cummins diesel they put in the original Dodge. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's like the original series of the Dodge Cummins engine. They don't make those no more. There's an old Champion dual fuel. I think the rated running power was like 2850, something like that. But it's like maybe 2500 with propane. But it was sweet ass unit. It was bigger than these little generators, but these two generators, I suck at math, and I don't know shit about electricity, but one of these little generators, so I had 2 of them, and I didn't have the knowledge to run the wiring to go from upstairs to run this charge controller inside and produce 30 amps of power to my 48 volt system with the wiring that I had. I got it now, but I didn't then. And I ran that bitch up to 35 the other night. But yeah, these 2 units, they will run 3.5 kW to a 48 volt system. I don't know how that math adds up. Plus the freezer, plus my battery chargers. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm pretty sure that if you get 2 of these units for 5 gallons of gas a day, you can run them non-stop. And as long as you protect the air filter intake and determine your oil changes depending on how filthy your air intake is, these little engines, the one I have upstairs, all right, here's the deal. The one I have upstairs has got at least 3,500 hours on it. All right, so I got the brand new one the other day. These people work in the customer service department they have 2 angels that work in their customer service department. I don't know if they have more than 2, but they have 2. So I got the new one back. They shipped me replacement back for free because I sent the broken one back because I burnt it up on purpose. Because it's 2350 surge capacity. It's a 1950 rated running power, but I was running these generators when I first got them, and I couldn't make them cut off. I was pushing 40 amps inside, and they wouldn't cut off. I'm like, this ain't right. So I think they were rated at like 14.6 amps output. So I was running them, this one of them. I said, all right, I'm gonna see what it takes to burn this bitch up. So I would turn on one generator, this 2350 amp generator, and it will run. It will run like 4 hours, wide ass open, producing 20 amps to a 48 volt battery system, charge controller. I don't know what that adds up to. 20 amps, 48 volts. That's more than. Yeah, that's. Plus the refrigerator was running, there's always, when it's running, it's always powering the things that are inside. Plus it's sending power to the battery. So it was running at a little over 2,500 watts, non-stop. And that one generator that finally made it start smoking almost a year ago, it ran about 300 hours before it started smoking. So that's pretty good. I mean, when you run something that much over full capacity for 300 hours, that's surging on and off with the refrigerator and shit, I think that's pretty good. If you run 2 of these, right, and I know that it's 1.06 gallons of fuel. And I filled them up both the other day, and I'm just gonna say that there must be a break-in period because my old generator, dude, you should hear them 2 fucking things running. It sounds like I don't know, it sounds like 2 Siamese twin outboard motors on top of the roof of this fucking huge bitch, and it's cool because I can fluctuate the RPMs inside. I can change. My charge controller only goes up and down in increments of 5 amps. I can, with both of them running, I can send 20 amps to my battery packs. I can send 25. I can send 30. But I also have this Bebo charger inside, and I think it goes from 12 volt to 96 volt charge. It's a 12 to 96 volt charger, and I can adjust, fine tune it. I can fine tune the RPMs on those bitches upstairs. It is cool, cause I got some sweet cushion, and you can't hardly hear them inside, but they sound good, bro. And this old generator, I'm telling you, it's got at least 3,500 hours on it. I'm gonna say it's got at least 300 tanks of fuel in it. No, at least more than that. Probably 500 tanks of fuel in that one generator. And you can't tell the difference in them running. I mean, this thing sounds tits. It sounds perfect. But I changed oil regularly, and I learned how to refurbish spark plugs, and I even learned how to rescue dirty motor oil. That's not a very complicated thing, but you don't have to do shit like that. You can just buy you a gallon of motor oil, take a nice long donkey piss in the jug, and send it back to the Mr. COVID preparedness winner of the fucking decade. So I'm thinking, okay, if you want to be an honest engine and spend 30 grand on, let's say, a sealed lead acid battery arrangement, which you definitely want to go with 6 volt batteries, but I'm thinking what you need to do is look at the weight of them. Go to a junkyard, go to anywhere where they recycle batteries, and find out what the most common size battery that people are recycling is. Find out how much it weighs, and I'm thinking that a 100 amp hour LiFePO4 battery is going to weigh really close to the most common 12 volt automotive battery that gets recycled. And if you go to a recycling yard and they paying $6 for old batteries, and you say, hey, I'll give you $8 for every battery on that pallet, and he'd be like, with a stink eye, say, and he's like, I'll give you $8.50 for every battery on that pallet. You can get, I'm pretty sure you can just take, order 20 LiFePO for 100 amp hour batteries, right? And put 20 anchors that you get from the fucking junkyard that's going to go to a chopping machine. So let's say you pay $10 a piece for some old dead batteries. So that's $200. Even if you don't, even if you want to be an honest Indian, that's gonna fucking get you far in the OPEC world. Just to be honest, whatever kind of money you want to invest because you don't want to put dog shit in the return package and get it for free, that's up to you. Even if you want to just, even if you have money to hemorrhage, even if you got so many digits in your fucking portfolio that you just want to share with Jeff Bezos, go right ahead, because you don't have to. You don't fucking have to. Only thing that you are missing from the free power world, free energy world, that I have not told you about is how to get free solar panels. And I think that's just a matter of shipping and something that I have not done personally with experience. So those all-in-one off-grid hybrid units weigh about the same as an old home stereo you can get from Goodwill if you want to put something metal in the fucking box. But if you buy, let's say, 16 times 2, either buy 16 100 amp hour LiFePO4 batteries and have 16 car batteries that weigh a similar amount. If the car batteries weigh a little bit less, which I think is going to be really close, like the most common car battery at Walmart, compared to a 100 amp hour LiFePO4 battery, it's got to be close. I think the car battery might weigh a little bit more, but that's okay. That's okay. If the package weighs a little bit more, the computer, the little all-seeing red infrared eye, if that fucking scanner was kicking every package into the inspections department that weighed in excess of the weight of the package that was shipped to you, well then every package that gets returned to Amazon that's not in the same fucking exact container on the inside, outside, would go to the inspections department. So if you're scared of your inspections department failure, just don't be underweight. Just don't be underweight, and I think it's going to be fine. But yeah, you should get just go ahead. If you have the money to get, if you have the money to buy some perfume and piss in a perfume bottle, order 16 LiFePO4 100 amp hour batteries. I know that the whole 6-volt arrangement's more efficient and all that bullshit, but you can't just go get a stack of, you can stick a fucking, you can buy, 160 6-volt LiFePO4 batteries, like 50 amp hours, make that whole arrangement. There's other ways to do it smarter, and you can stick dog shit into packages, but I know y'all are fucking, most of y'all are like, oh my god, I'm not gonna steal from somebody who treated me like a fucking inmate and shut down the United States of America. I don't want to steal from Jeff Bezos, who made an extra, $10 billion for making Americans go hide inside whatever that defect is in most of you. I know you've got that fucking defect, and I know you don't want to get accused of stealing whatever. And I'm talking to all you old people. I know you young assholes ain't that fucking reserved, but get some old car batteries, right? get you a 16 pack and send all 16 back at the same time. And if you get caught, you know what they're going to do? They're going to send you an email and say, you sent us the wrong items, and well, we gave you a refund before we even received those items, because when you requested a refund, we gave you your money back before the goddamn all these boxes of dog shit or dead batteries returned to the conveyor belt. And we caught all your boxes of dog shit coming back to the conveyor belt. So now, either you send us the 16 good batteries that we sent to you, or we're gonna take away your refund. And if you have a prepaid credit card, you can just be like, okay, yeah. You're not gonna get caught. If you're scared to get caught, you're gonna get an email first. And in that email, you're gonna have the option to either send them the original packet, the real products back, or you don't get your money back. Like you can't get free batteries and your money back, kind of thing. Like you can't double your money. You can get anything you want for free from Jeff Bezos, but you can't double your money. I think that's fair. I mean, it's not. That's fair. I mean, getting everything you want for free, I think that's fair. But the way it's set up, you can't get shit for free, and then get the same amount of money you invested in that product as far as profits. You can fuck him in the ass, but he's not going to pay you to fuck him in the ass double time. So let's say you have 16 of these batteries. That's not much. You need at least 32. Whatever kind of house you live in, you need a bunch. I mean, let's say I don't know how many kWs and shit it takes to run your house, but you need to have enough storage to accommodate for when you have a house full of people eating, shitting, washing clothes, taking a shower, requiring a full-time air conditioning system running. So, what your average watt hour usage would be, you want to have at least 3 times that much, at least 4 times that much battery capacity storage built up. Because these two generators, so these two generators, let's say 6 gallons of fuel per day, you can run these two generators and produce for 6 gallons a day, you can produce, through 2 generators, you can produce 20 amps non-stop, all day, every day. And these little kittens just be purring. I mean, when one generator is running, this charge controlling system, this all-in-one, off-grid hybrid system, 48 volt that you can send a old home stereo back in the box and get for the price of your own old home stereo. If this thing is producing 10 amps to my 48 volt battery banks, it's just a little over. It's right at halfway. It's close to halfway. Half output rated power, but it runs like 7 hours on tank fuel, depending on how much shit I got inside charging. Plus, I always got the refrigerator or freezer running. So yeah, so let's say 6 gallons a day, 2 generators, 3 gallons per day. You can run them 24 hours a day. If you're engineering savvy, you can run a continuous fuel supply to it, and just stop and change the oil every week. Be smart, like every week, put some fresh oil in it, take the old oil, run it through a couple of coffee filters, store it in a big jug, and it'll actually settle itself out and clear up after time. I ain't had that much time or that much oil, but oil will actually turn back same color it was when you bought it. If you filter it through a couple of coffee filters twice, and you let it sit, it's just fucking dirt. It's just dust in the oil. You know, oil gets dusty. So you figure you run in these two generators, 6 gallons of fuel per day, and however much backup power you need. Well, when you're sleeping at night, this thing's putting out 20 amps non-stop, 20 amps. So this battery bank, when everybody gets up in the morning, shit, shave, shower, and shampoo, go to school, you might need however much power, but you have the power stored in those batteries. Everybody goes to work. It's like you only have a certain few hours of peak time where you need more power than the generators can output. And I'm saying for $6, 6 gallons of fuel a day with two of these generators, um, you're a fucking glutton if you can't run off grid with that investment. Even if you don't have solar panels, solar panels is another aspect. But these little generators are nice, dude, and I'm pretty sure you should definitely check with the wind company. There's a man named Mr. Mike Figarelli in the customer service department, and what's her name? Lisa. I don't know. She's the one who I talked to last time, but they got a dude named Mike Figarelli. He's cool as shit. Um, Call them and ask them, say, hey, if I return a generator, because I'm pretty sure that it's, because I know Bezos pinches the fucking shit out of their heads to get, as much money in his pocket instead of theirs. So there's no way that they can be responsible for the equipment that gets returned to him that's part of the Amazon Prime warranty coverage. They can't, I don't know, they can't be obligated. In my perception of reality, they can't be obligated to cover the warranty that's associated with Amazon Prime membership. Don't fuck the Wind Corporation. It's an American-owned company, actually. The generators are made in Japan. It's a little 79cc 4-stroke. I'm telling you, I don't have like a RPM meter. But them bitches sound good, boy. They sound good. And I'm telling you, like for 6 gallons of fuel a day, I mean, even if you had one and you had a small home, or like a 2,500 square foot home, if you had one of these little bitches and enough battery storage, and you have, say, a 5-person nuclear family occupation in your house, if everybody, if 4 out of 5 of those people go to school or work 5 days a week, one of these generators, we're talking about like 3 gallons of fuel per day. There's enough battery storage. You don't need to hook up to no light poles. I guess legally you have to be attached to the fucking light pole to maintain your fucking address in this country. Ooh, they got so many laws, bro. Let me talk about the law. That piece of shit. He ain't gonna come back. Dude, like Officer Madrano, me and him was tight. I mean, I met him on January 15th. He met me that day. I'm like, when, and I checked the, court record. Something, on the same day, coincidence, on the same day when I tried to leave a recorded message with 911, and look, when I called 911, I say, hey, he's like, what is your emergency? I said, it's not actually an emergency. I said, I need to leave a recorded message for someone in supervision at Flagstaff Police Department, because I have not been able to contact anyone at Flagstaff Police Department, and it has become an emergency because no one there will speak to me. I just did a recorded message. I was trying to explain to someone else what I wish I could explain to Flagstaff Police Department, and I'm asking if you have the ability to record this message that I just finished recording. I have it on a digital recorder. Well, what's it in reference to? I said, it's in reference to me not being able to confront a police officer in person and ask them to send one of the police officers who are directly involved in my case. And I asked the supervisor 2 weeks ago to send someone to come talk to me about the specifics of my criminal charges, specifically, like the details. And I said, I haven't heard from anyone. So I said, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know who to address my thoughts to. I said, but I want to send this message to everyone. And I said, I was sending emails to the Public Records Department, along with numerous other people like the police chief and sergeants and shit like that. But I said, I was sending information to the Public Records Department, so I would like to make sure the Public Records Department gets this also. She said, well, let me forward you to the Public Records Department. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I want to make sure that this is recorded through the main dispatch and that it's not buried in one department or in one person's email box. I said, I need to leave a recorded message on the main dispatch line. Can you record a message? And she said, yeah. By then, because I told her my name and everything, by then she's like, okay. Because it's very, very, very fucking challenging to get a 911 operator in Coconina County to come out of fucking retard mode, because they their solution to dealing with people who they think are idiots is to act like they are fucking brain dead and retarded, you know? Like, it's fucked up, dude. I'm telling you. Like, if you ask the police officer out here, can I get your business card? Sure. They'll give you a blank fucking Flagstaff Police Department business card. And I've asked them, you know, can I get your information on here? So we'll just call the police department and ask them whatever you want about this scene. They won't give you their information because they want you to call the police department or 911 and say, hey, you know, I had an incident or I had a police interaction on such and such date. They want, and they know all the fucking information when you call. When you call on your cell phone or your house phone, they know everything about you. Before the 911 operator answers the phone, 9 out of 10 times that CAD system has already spit out everything that the local authorities and NCIC can spit out about you. You know, that computer spitting fucking speed. You know, they're looking at you on the screen before they talk to you, and it's like they are just fucking cheesy expert fishermen. You know, like they just want to. Every time they talk, every time you call 911 in this county, they go on a fucking fishing expedition. So I made sure this chick understood that I wanted this call to go straight to the main dispatch, because all this shit that happened to me last year would have been avoided if them fucking dispatchers would have done their job. But yeah, that whole anyway. I got stood up, bro. I got stood up by the police. The fucking police won't come talk to me. And oh man, if I had $100 a fucking week, these people would just not like me much more. They would just, you know, if they don't like me now, they would oh dog, if I had $100 a week, fuck. I mean, I'd go shovel shit for 10 hours for $100 in a heartbeat. Fuck. I mean, it's stupid. But I'm gonna go sell you CB radios, and I don't know what's next. I don't know, and that's what I wanted. I was trying to be philosophical one day. I want to be philosophical and sound intelligent one day. I don't know how to define or describe or refer to who I have become, like as far as who I am today, on according to the dictionary. Like, what would you call me instead of other than a homeless person who has no family and no next of kin, who lives in a horrible looking RV, I don't fit into the RV community. I don't fit into the fucking community of anybody who's tolerant of getting whatever by the government. But as far as like, you know, who am I today? I don't really think there's a definition to apply to that. And it's irrelevant to me what people refer to me as, like all my judges that I'm surrounded by, all these judges. Whatever they're calling me, there has to be like a one term that's, you know, most popular, like whether it be white trash, domestic terrorist, whatever it may be. That doesn't define who I am. It's just that, when I was single at one time, like before 1999, I got to where I actually loved myself. I loved just who I was, who I was fortunate enough to be able to experience life on a daily basis as. Like, I had a good. I was running the fire department, dude. I was in my mid-late 20s. I was the fucking dog. I was the fucking head nigger in charge of a fire department all day, every day, unless I needed to call the fire chief. And all he told me was just don't fuck nothing up and don't buy nothing stupid. And call me if you need anything other than that. And I mean, I had everything, dude. I had every fucking thing a little pyromaniac, rescue Randy, crazy bitch could fucking dream of in their life. And that's kind of delusional. I think I'll go back to that point because I'm not ever going to be in a position to where I'm making a schedule for which little girls can come over every evening. You know, not little girls, but young ladies. Some were older, some were younger, but yeah, not little girls, but definitely not little girls. Females who scared me pretty much. I was ignorant enough to, you know, get a sample of, I guess you'd say. I don't know, but I'll date a lot of women. And the part about me that I got to where I actually loved was when I was alone and knew that being alone to put myself in a position to where I was actually alone and at home at night by myself, and that was a challenge. You know, that was a challenge to just have nothing to do. Nothing wanting to do, nothing to me, and, you know, bother me, and nowhere to go. It was just like, there was moments where it's like, I just love being here, knowing that I can go anywhere in the world and do anything I want to go do, and I'm just happy to be right here at my house, and I don't think I ever get to that point again, because I don't know, I guess I don't have anything to, I don't have anything really to crave other than to make myself more comfortable or be more comfortable. And as time goes on, it's like, I'm looking around, like, I need less and less to feel comfortable, you know, like, I need less and less to be comfortable with myself and where I'm at. So, I don't know. Go get some free shit, baby. Go get some fucking free shit. I don't know if the Dream Team is going to develop lungs and feet, but if they do, when they do, I believe they are going to. I mean, you know why they have not developed feet and lungs yet. They got to be scared shitless. They got to be scared shitless of themselves. I mean, because, you know, it's probably very frightening for people to imagine what would actually happen if these children just go stop traffic, you know. But at the same token, look back at the Q hoax, and it was like, look how excited everyone was because Donald Trump had this, 45-year-long plan with the Department of Defense super secret group who actually got blew up in the fucking pentagram. That's where the C-ring missile popped that fucking meeting room. Is what I read about. Definitely didn't hear about it, but I was kind of into that investigation. But I really do believe there had to be a fucking group of combat veterans who got together after JFK got shot in the forehead, and his brains landed on the trunk of that car, and they said that some dude in the library, the Harvey Oswald, there's actually a college class about that. You could go to college and study the official story of JFK's getting assassinated and by someone who shot him from behind and made his brains fly out on the back of the fucking car. But that's college for you. Yeah, I really do. I mean, and I understand why everybody, I don't understand why every fucking body stood down, but it's like, I really do believe that there's a lot of veterans who did have some fucking stroke back then, who had enough influence within their chest to get together, who graduated up the chain of command and stuck together as an underground, unauthorized group of soldiers who were like, fuck you, you ain't fucking with none of us, because if you fuck with any of us, then we're gonna chunk one of your dead babies out in the fucking courtroom. But if by chance there is an official group of soldiers who want to function as a dream team, and you need permission from the DOD, if you need permission from the government to go stop traffic, this is what I was thinking. Go look at the logistics of how that BP blowout preventer failed to terminate the flow of that 5.5-inch suction pipe. Okay, that suction pipe with a, they turned the water hose off. They turned the suction hose off at the top, at the base of the rig, and the blowout preventers failed to stop that pipe. All right, go look at this young girl. I don't know if she worked for the Coast Guard or she's Navy, but I think she's out of Rhode Island. There's someone in the military, a female, who had the authority as an officer. I think she's a lieutenant working for either the Coast Guard or the U.S. Navy out of Rhode Island, who authorized BP to dump that shit in the Gulf of Mexico. So, you figure, if you are scared of the consequences of not having permission to go stop traffic and function as a Marines in casual uniform, and don't you fucking dare think about attaching yourself to a name, because you just as soon attach yourself to a fucking ass end of a fucking bullet, of a muzzle, of a hot smoking fucking pistol. You can't go out there with a name. I mean, you can't go stop traffic with a fucking name other than United States soldier, as a representative of the people, whatever. But you can't go out there and say I'm, private, don't fucking exist kind of thing, like Mr. Will. You cannot identify yourself as an individual, and that's all. And that's a very, there's a lot of key factors that makes you untouchable, foolproof. There's only a few key factors, but having no name is one of the biggest ones. If you need permission, let's say that Xi Jinping or Jing Zhongli, whoever the fuck from China, let's say that Jing Zhongli wants to come to the United States of America and detonate a nuclear fucking bomb in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, there's a Coast Guard officer, lieutenant, out of Rhode Island, who can approve that shit officially, and nobody is going to be held accountable for dropping a fucking nuclear warhead in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, because detonating a nuclear warhead in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma is not nearly as fucking devastating as what BP did in the Gulf of Mexico, and they had the full authority and legal protection to do so because a young military officer, young female from, I think it was Rhode Island. You have to go do your own damn homework, but there's one girl who worked for the Navy or the Coast Guard who fucking green-lighted the destruction of the Gulf of Mexico. So if you need permission, if you're scared that you're gonna get thrown in fucking Leavenworth or face a court martial, it's because you're scared that you're gonna go out there and stop traffic and get scared of your fucking shadow. That's all I can say. That's the only way you're gonna face judgment or reprimand is if you perceive yourselves as going to stop traffic and then get scared of your own fucking stop sign, your own flag, you start running from your own flag. That's the only way you can fail. But if you need the DOD's permission, if you need the United States government's permission, go look at the example of who gave BP permission to destroy the Gulf of Mexico. That's all you need. If you worry about covering your ass, from the DOD or the USG, and you need a signature to say that we were authorized to go stop traffic. That's a good example. That girl up in, I think she was Coast Guard, whoever it was. I mean, she was obviously, I don't disassociate the Coast Guard with the military. I just perceive the training regimen between Army, Navy, Marines as much more strict than the Coast Guard for some reason. And that's just my perception. I don't know. Whoever that girl was, I think she was a lieutenant, she gave BP the green light and the golden fucking stamp of approval and seal of protection of the USG to go destroy the Gulf of Mexico. And if you compare what was done in the Gulf of Mexico to dropping a nuclear warhead equal to the same size as what was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, yeah, what they did in the Gulf of Mexico is way fucking worse. So you need permission. If you need to perceive that you're going to be returning 16 batteries to, the preparation management superhero of COVID, Bezos' assembly line, his fucking conveyor belt, if you perceive a fear of sending 16 boxes of clay or dog shit back to him, clay would probably cost more than old batteries. If you're scared that those packages are going to hit the fucking detour line for failure to satisfy the all-seeing red eye that scans your barcode on the original package, imagine this. Someone sitting there who has to inspect boxes all day, opening up a box that says, you have returned a battery. And they open the box and there's a fucking battery. As long as there's a battery, if you're scared, like you don't have to, I'm not trying to tell you to be fucking, Evel Knievel and just fill your boxes of new shit with dog shit sent to them. But, yeah, all I can tell you is that free energy exists in your mind, and you live in a world to where inmates are allowed to steal from the people who have imprisoned them for no fucking reason whatsoever. That's my attitude about it. You can call it theft if you want. You can call it what the fuck you want. If you don't have a sense of vengeance towards someone who, you know, made an extra 10 billion or trillion or bajillion or million, whatever the fuck ever he made extra. Jeff Bezos knew that COVID was coming. He had the whole goddamn fleet ready to respond to Americans getting put on lockdown. And I don't think many of you are fond of being treated like a fucking prisoner in the United States of America. So anyway, it's about 4:30. Dear vagina slimes in fucking, where's the pentagram at, in Virginia or DC? It used to be in fucking DC because it don't belong here, but yeah. What you gonna do, boy? What the fuck you gonna do today? Keep responding to what the people on TV are telling you to do in public, and then keep fucking doing all the dirt you do behind closed doors that nobody else is supposed to know about? I mean, all this top secret shit that's going on in this country, all the top secret shit that's going on in this country, look at the fucking condition of the people and the infrastructure of this country, and you ain't got no fucking secrets. Our enemies, the people who want to destroy this country, you ain't sneaky, motherfucker. You ain't sneaky. You could fucking make everything you want to make top secret, but you ain't that goddamn sneaky. You know, some of us can see. Some of us can see your true intentions. It's like I don't think there's anyone here still alive today whose father was among the fucking shoe thieves who invaded the United States of America. But you are going to suffer the fucking consequences of their crimes today, tomorrow. Yeah. You'd be real fucking smart to stop your own people eating war machine. I don't care if you are related to one of the men who lived on a private fucking island, those poor POWs, even if that's one of your grandfathers, then you are the uber fucking idiot for understanding that your people eating war machine don't care what your mama was thinking when she got knocked up. And if you are a human being, and you have the fucking ability to stop the people eating War Machine, then you need to fucking go look in the mirror. Because if you are a machine, please come to 4185 East Huntington Drive, Flagstaff, Arizona, because I would like to fucking meet a machine on foot. I really would. Anyway, it's gonna be cold here soon.